Hi, this is Naldo, and now I'm going to analyze a game between Robert James Fischer and Tigran Petrosian. And this is a clash between two world champions and a clash between styles, because Robert James Fischer was an attacking type of player who was maybe more tactical than positional, and Petrosian really was a positional player who had a nickname, Iron Tigran, which was his nickname because he always had an iron wall, like defending. He always seemed to know when the danger was coming from a distance, and then he would take countermeasures. And Robert James Fischer, world champion from 1972, and Petrosian, world champion from 1963. And Robert James Fischer had white, and he played e4, which he said was best by test, and still now on it's the most popular move. He only played c4 against Spassky in his world championship match in 1972. And Petrosian played c6, the caro-kann defense, knight c3, d5, knight f3. So now we get the two knights variation of the caro-kann defense, and we see Petrosian playing a bishop g4, and after h3 he already gives up the bishop pair. So that's an advantage for white, that he has the bishop pair. But now because he lost the white bishop, Petrosian, and Fischer still has his white squared bishop, he's going to try to block that bishop in, and after d3 Fischer it looks like Fischer is helping Petrosian, because now this bishop can't go out on the f1 to h6 diagonal. Now e6, and now that everything is on white, all these pawns, we see why this bishop is gone, because else these pawns would stand in the way for the bishop. And now g3, and now the bishop is coming to g2, but still it's strange, because here we can see this pawn is in the way, and here he's biting on granite with all these pawns here. But we will see it comes. Fischer will try to get it in the game. Now bishop b4, pinning the knight, and now bishop d2 d-pinning, but now black can play d4, and now the knight has to move away, and it goes back to b1, and now a good continuation would be to go to d6 or b6 with the queen, defending this bishop, because Petrosian played bishop takes d2, but I don't believe this is a very good move, because now this knight comes into play, and it just justifies the way white is playing, just letting black play d4, because now this knight just comes back into play via d2, and maybe it was better to come with this queen defending this bishop, and then you have this awkward knight on b1. Now e5, trying to get a more closed position, because black has knights, and knights are better in close positions than bishops are. Bishop g2, developing and getting ready to castle. c5, wanting to attack the base of the pawn chain, and that's d3, and then trying, and if that works, then black wants to attack e4, and then these pawns are able to move forward. And white castles, and bishop c6, or knight c6, just developing, and queen e2, getting out of the way of the bishop. And now queen e7 and f4. Now we see that white might be able to get this bishop in play by getting away this pawn, and then maybe pushing this pawn, and then this bishop becomes very strong. Normally it's also a good idea to open up the game when you have bishops against knights, because bishops are stronger in open play, because they are more like cannons shooting from a distance, and knights are more slow pieces which jump in a very slow way. Now castling long by Petrosian, a3. Now we have opposite side castling, so white wants to attack here on the queen side, trying to get a mating attack, and black should try to do the same, but then on the king side. And now knight e8, and I don't believe this is the strongest continuation. Maybe better was h5 because of this opposite side castling, and then trying to get an attack on the white king. But knight e8 also is plausible, because now this knight has some fields to defend, and this f pawn can try to help with the attack. And b4, attacking on the queen side, trying to open lines, and c takes, and knight c4, not wanting to take back. It's a sacrifice just to open up lines to the black king. f6, and now f takes, opening up the f file for the rooks, and a takes b, and now knight c7, and maybe knight takes b4 is playable. But it's a bit risky with this open b file. Well, knight c7 and knight a5, trying to exchange knights, and then getting that a and b file open, and knight b5. And now Fischer decides to exchange, and then rook f2, trying to double on the f file or defend the second row. And now we see something strange from Petrosian. He's going to attack on the queen side, trying to get a queen, and we will see that white is going to attack on the king side. So it's the opposite of what the normal chess rule says, that then when you have opposite side castling, that you should attack on the other side of where your king is. But Fischer and Petrosian are doing something else, and now we get a really exciting play with both getting a queen, and two sides with two queens normally is very rare, but on this level of chess it's extremely rare, and that's why I chose this game to analyze. And now according to Fritz, white is better, but Petrosian seems to defend everything. And now after this exchange, a draw is there's a big chance for draw. Now this is a very nice move by Petrosian. Queen takes e4, and well, when the pawn takes back, then it's knight takes back, and there's a fork, as you may see. So Fischer played queen f2 and queen h1, and here the game ended in a draw, and so it was quite exciting with two queens on the board between two top players of their time, two world champions, and two different styles. And well, just a very exciting game, and just this strange breaking the rule by both players, because they just attack on the side of their kings with opposite side castling. So sometimes it is better to just break the rules, as we see in this game. And well, here it ended in a draw, and I hope you like this video on a strange but nice game. Hope to see you next time, and hope that you like my other videos and that you learn something from it. Take care.